Ever wondered how we can build a society where everyone is treated fairly? This question is at the heart of our exploration today. We'll dive into the powerful connection between social justice and spirituality, and how this link can help us create a more equitable world for all. Let's start by understanding what social justice really means. At its core, social justice is about ensuring fair treatment, equal rights, and opportunities for everyone in society, regardless of their background, race, gender, or economic status. It's about creating a world where no one is left behind or treated unfairly. Now you might be wondering, what does spirituality have to do with this? Well, spirituality, in its broadest sense, is about connecting with something larger than ourselves. It's about understanding our place in the world and our relationships with others. Many spiritual traditions emphasize values like compassion, kindness, and equality, principles that align closely with the goals of social justice. When we combine the pursuit of social justice with spiritual principles, we create a powerful force for positive change. This combination helps us approach social issues with deep empathy and a commitment to the well-being of all people. It encourages us to see beyond surface-level differences and recognize our shared humanity. Throughout history, many influential leaders have drawn on both spiritual beliefs and a commitment to social justice to drive significant change. These individuals often found strength and inspiration in their spiritual practices, which fueled their dedication to creating a more just world. Their actions show us that when we align our inner convictions with our outward actions, we can make a real difference. One of the key elements in this journey is compassion. Compassion is more than just feeling sorry for others. It's about truly understanding their experiences and being moved to take action. When we develop compassion, we become more aware of the inequalities around us and feel compelled to address them. So, how can we cultivate compassion in our daily lives? It starts with paying attention to the people around us and trying to understand their perspectives. This might mean actively listening to someone's story without judgment or putting ourselves in their shoes. As we practice compassion, we become more attuned to the needs of others and more motivated to work towards justice. Mindfulness is another powerful tool in promoting social justice. Mindfulness involves being fully present and aware of our thoughts, feelings, and surroundings. When we practice mindfulness, we become more aware of our own biases and assumptions. This awareness is crucial because often inequalities persist due to unconscious biases or ingrained societal norms that we might not even realize we're perpetuating. By cultivating mindfulness, we can catch ourselves when we're making unfair judgments or acting in ways that might contribute to inequality. This self-awareness allows us to make more conscious, equitable decisions in our daily lives. It also helps us approach complex social issues with clarity and openness rather than reacting based on preconceived notions. Another important aspect of creating a more equitable world is community building. While individual actions are important, real, lasting change often happens when people come together with a shared purpose. Building supportive communities can amplify our efforts and create a ripple effect of positive change. To build these communities, we can start by connecting with others who share our values and concerns. This might involve joining local groups focused on social justice issues, participating in community events, or even starting our own initiatives. The key is to create spaces where people feel safe to share their experiences, learn from each other, and work together towards common goals. Of course, the path to social justice isn't always smooth. There are often significant obstacles and challenges along the way. These might include resistance from those who benefit from the current system, lack of resources, or feelings of overwhelm in the face of large-scale problems. When faced with these challenges, we can turn to spiritual practices for strength and resilience. This might involve meditation to clear our minds and refocus on our goals, prayer for guidance and support, or simply taking time for quiet reflection to reconnect with our values and motivations. Education plays a crucial role in creating a more equitable world. By learning about different perspectives and experiences, we broaden our understanding of social issues and become better equipped to address them. This education can take many forms: reading books and articles, attending workshops or lectures, or simply having open conversations with people from different backgrounds. As we gain knowledge, it's important to share it with others. This doesn't mean lecturing or preaching, but rather engaging in thoughtful discussions and raising awareness in our circles of influence. By sharing what we learn, we can help others understand the importance of social justice and inspire them to get involved. Now let's talk about how we can move from spiritual growth and understanding to tangible social impact. It's great to develop compassion and awareness, but real change happens when we put these principles into action. This might involve volunteering for organizations that work towards equity, speaking up against discrimination when we see it, or making conscious choices in our daily lives that support a more just society. Remember, no action is too small. Even seemingly minor choices like supporting businesses owned by marginalized groups or using inclusive language can contribute to larger societal shifts. The key is to align our actions with our values and to be consistent in our efforts. As we work towards social justice, it's important to recognize the ripple effect of our actions. When we make positive changes in our own lives and immediate surroundings, it can inspire others to do the same. Our friends, family, and colleagues may notice our efforts and become curious about social justice issues. This curiosity can lead to conversations, which in turn can lead to more people getting involved in creating change. While working towards social justice is incredibly important, it's equally crucial to take care of ourselves in the process. Burnout is a real risk for many activists and those deeply invested in social change. That's why it's essential to balance our efforts with self-care practices. Self-care might involve setting aside time for relaxation and hobbies, maintaining healthy relationships, or engaging in physical exercise. It's also important to celebrate small victories along the way and to remember that change often happens gradually. By taking care of ourselves, we ensure that we can continue our work for the long haul. Let's take a moment to envision a just future. Imagine a world where everyone has equal opportunities, where diversity is celebrated, and where compassion guides our interactions. This vision isn't just a dream, it's a goal that we can work towards, step by step. Holding on to hope is crucial in this journey. There will be setbacks and moments of discouragement, but by keeping our vision of a better world in mind, we can stay motivated and continue our efforts. Hope isn't about naive optimism, it's about believing in the possibility of change and working actively to make it happen. As we move forward, it's important to recognize that creating a more equitable world is an ongoing process. It requires constant learning, growth, and adaptation. We may encounter new challenges and complexities as society evolves, but our commitment to justice and compassion can guide us through these changes. One crucial aspect of this journey is intersectionality, understanding that various forms of inequality often overlap and interact. For example, issues of race, gender, class, and ability are often interconnected. By recognizing these intersections, we can develop more comprehensive and effective approaches to social justice. Another important consideration is the role of privilege in our efforts towards equity. Many of us may have certain privileges, whether based on race, gender, economic status, or other factors that we're not always aware of. Acknowledging these privileges doesn't mean feeling guilty. Rather, it's about understanding how we can use our advantages to support those who face more barriers. As we work towards social justice, it's also vital to amplify the voices of those who are most affected by inequalities. This means creating spaces where marginalized groups can speak for themselves and lead in defining solutions. Our role is often to listen, support, and use our own platforms to elevate these voices. Technology and social media have become powerful tools in the fight for social justice. They allow us to connect with like-minded individuals across the globe, share information rapidly, and organize collective action. However, it's important to use these tools mindfully, verifying information and considering the real-world impact of our online actions. In our pursuit of a more just world, we may sometimes feel overwhelmed by the scale of the issues we face. During these times, it can be helpful to focus on our immediate sphere of influence. What changes can we make in our personal lives, our workplaces, or our local communities? These local actions, when multiplied across many individuals and groups, can lead to significant societal shifts. It's also crucial to celebrate progress and acknowledge positive changes, even as we continue to work on ongoing challenges. Recognizing advancements in social justice can provide encouragement and motivation to keep pushing forward. It reminds us that change is possible and that our efforts do make a difference. As we engage in this work, we may encounter resistance or criticism from others who don't share our views or who benefit from the current system. It's important to approach these situations with patience and compassion while still standing firm in our commitment to justice. Often, these encounters provide opportunities for dialogue and education. Personal growth and societal change are deeply intertwined. As we work to create a more equitable world, we'll likely find ourselves challenged to grow, to question our assumptions, and to develop new perspectives. This personal evolution is a valuable part of the journey. Creativity can be a powerful ally in our pursuit of social justice. Art, music, literature, and other creative expressions can convey messages of equality and justice in ways that touch people's hearts and open their minds. Consider how you might use your own creative talents to contribute to this cause. As we continue on this path, it's important to stay informed about social justice issues and to keep learning. This might involve reading works by diverse authors, attending workshops or seminars, or engaging in conversations with people from different backgrounds. The more we understand about various perspectives and experiences, the better equipped we'll be to contribute to positive change. It's also crucial to practice patience and persistence. Creating significant societal change takes time, often spanning generations. We may not see the full results of our efforts in our lifetime, but every step we take contributes to the larger movement towards justice. In our spiritual practices, we can incorporate intentions for social justice. Whether through prayer, meditation, or other forms of spiritual expression, we can focus our energy on creating a more equitable world. This alignment of our spiritual and social justice goals can provide a deep source of motivation and strength. I want to emphasize the importance of self-reflection in this journey. Regularly taking time to examine our thoughts, actions, and motivations can help us stay true to our values and continue growing as advocates for justice. Finally, remember that you're not alone in this work. There are countless individuals and organizations around the world dedicated to creating a more equitable society. By connecting with others, sharing resources, and supporting each other, we can amplify our impact and sustain our efforts over the long term. I want to thank you again for engaging with these important ideas. The path to a more just and equitable world may be challenging, but it's also deeply rewarding. Every action you take, no matter how small it may seem, contributes to this vital cause. As you leave this video, I encourage you to reflect on one concrete step you can take today to promote equity in your life or community. Together, with compassion, mindfulness, and persistent action, we can create the more just world we envision. Remember, change starts with each of us, and our collective efforts have the power to transform society. Let's continue this important work, supporting each other along the way and never losing sight of our shared goal, a world where everyone can thrive in equality and dignity.